Hello everybody. This is going to be a slightly different video than usual, and compared to my previous Domik the Copyright Troll Strikes Again videos, it's going to sort of fall into that, but maybe not be quite as polished. At any rate, yesterday afternoon, which was Monday, July the 6th, 2020, at just a little past 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast, I got the first notification that Domik had filed another copyright claim against a video on my channel. By the time I got in, he had done it on 2 videos. So I took the proactive measure to set the remaining videos on the channel to private so that he couldn't fully suppress the channel like he did back in June. But as you can see on the screen, I received 1 copyright strike as a result of this. And he hit 2 videos that he had previously taken down. And I had reinstated because I countered all his notices last time, which I believe was a total of 10 different videos that were hit. And he provided absolutely no proof to YouTube that he was going to take any legal action against me. We all know that Ken realizes what fair use is. He knows that it applies to the videos on the channel, but he takes the malicious and egregious steps of filing a copyright notice because he's trying to kill a channel, and that's just simply not going to happen. But as you can see here, he hit the Domik channels his inner Pizza the Hut eating fishy eyebrow pizza with bouncy crust. And he also hit Domik's last meal before a 48-hour fast at Lakeview Burger. Now, I've already filed counter notices, as you can see, so that's awaiting review. It'll probably be maybe some point next week where hopefully it's accepted and sent off to Ken. However, there's no set timeline with that, but once it's sent to Ken, he then has 10 business days to show proof that he is filing any legal action against me. Just like last time, I doubt very much that he will do so because of fair use. However, the only contact that he provides is his generic Gmail account. Now, I reached out to him twice yesterday, and as usual, he acts like the coward that he is, and, he reads the email multiple times. As you can see, the first email that I sent him was last read 16 hours ago, but it's been read a total of 10 times. He read it literally within a minute of me sending it. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, it was read July 6, 2020 at 2:58 p.m., and I sent the email at 2:58 p.m. So he read it literally as soon as he got it. But I titled it Barry Courthouse, and I'll read it for you. Ken, with your latest attempt of suppressing my channel with another fictitious and fraudulent copyright claim against my channel, I will be making the drive out tomorrow afternoon to Barry to file my court suit against you. I will then personally serve you with the papers to appear in court at your residential address by doing it on a day that I know you will be doing one of your weekly live streams. You have shown you are incapable of understanding copyright law, and as such, I have officially made up my mind to swiftly proceed with legal action against you. I will also be adding YouTube to the case, as the bad PR may prompt them to take actions of their own against your abuse of a system. Congratulate yourself for doing nothing more than creating a bigger headache for yourself. Best regards, Ken Domik Dissemination Expose. And again, as you can see, he's read the email 10 times over the course of just over, 24 hours. He's read it on a computer, on his mobile phone a couple of times, tablet, which might be his watch, who knows, mobile, computer, tablet. But yeah, so, again, it was a quick email that I sent off, sort of as everything was going down. So it wasn't my usual, sort of more refined approach to dealing with Ken. Sort of like this video. It was sort of like a raw and uncut thing. That's why, I have, different sentences where I use the same word in the same sentence a couple of times, which is somewhat unusual for me. But anyways, that's what I sent off to him. Of course, as I said, I never expect to get a response out of Ken, because even though YouTube wants the claimant and the uploader to speak and resolve the matter, between themselves, Ken does not take that approach, ever. A few hours later, I sent him up a follow-up email, which has been opened 11 times, and he opened it actually early this morning, as you can see, but again, computer a bunch of times, tablet, phone. This one was YouTube Twitter, because I had gone on Twitter and had sent YouTube some messages to one of their channels. But anyways, I write, Dear Ken, I have begun reaching out to YouTube-related Twitter accounts, urging them to take actions against you. Right in the copyright pages, it states that those who abuse the copyright system can be held liable financially, as well as having their channels banned. It should have been, I am now pushing the latter with YouTube, as you have egregiously used the copyright system for a means that it was not intended. Why do you think YouTube makes it mandatory for you to provide contact information for those you hit with a copyright violation? It is because they expect if you are serious, you must be willing to respond to the matter. You read my messages dozens of times, but not once have you responded. That shows you do this in bad faith and with malicious intent. You would do well to look at this link directly from Google/YouTube regarding fair use. I have a mountain of evidence against you that will be part of my legal action against you. I had felt this issue of harassing copyright claims was over and had considered dropping the notion to go the court route. However, you leave me no choice. The only way this will stop is simple. 1. The court states my content is fair use, and if you continue to harass my channel with bogus claims, you will be held accountable to the legal precedents, meaning if the court says fair use applies, you can't file claims. 2. YouTube gets enough pressure from the community to take action against your channel by either limiting your ability to use the copyright system moving forward, removing you from the partnership program, or banning your channel outright. They have done the last two to much larger channels than you, so it is not out of the realm of possibility. This time, it is not talk. I will be mailing off the fee exemption forms tomorrow, along with the forms for the suit. Once those are processed, then I will see the best way to serve you, and then we wait for the trial date. Thank you, Ken, for not responding to any messages during the first round of strikes. That, coupled with the proof of how often and on what type of device you opened it each time, will be compelling evidence, as I said. Courts do not take kindly to copyright trolls. Best regards, Ken Domik, Dissemination Expose. Now, I will say that in the first email, I had said that I would make the drive out to Barrie. At the time, I was willing to do so, but then the more I thought about it, it seemed like a pointless or slightly non-essential trip when I could just, print off the forms and mail them. It's not going to make really that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things if I, have a couple more days where it's in transit, because mail's slower than obviously showing up to the courthouse myself. And as you know, I don't go out unless it's sort of essential. And yes, this is essential, but it's not a compelling enough reason for me to, go out putting myself at risk or others at risk. Just because you know where I stand with regards to the pandemic and even with things reopening. But yeah, so I'd also sent Ken a screenshot of the first series of tweets that I had posted to YouTube, and because of that, he now knew who I was on Twitter, or an account that I use. So what did Ken do? Oh, little Ken blocked me, because that's what Ken likes to do. He claims that he ignores his haters or the trolls or whatever he wants to refer to us as. So in this case, he's actually done that. However, he neglects to realize that, someone can just, sign out and, oh, look, I can see anything he posts. Like here, I will refresh the page just in case he posted, but he hasn't. So, I can still see what he says. I could easily sign into another account and he'd never know the difference. So it really has, made no change, Ken. Sorry, pal. But, yeah, so we had the 2 strikes, and I just showed you the emails. Now, one thing on the Google page, or YouTube help side of things is, on this page about submitting a copyright takedown notice, it specifically states you may submit a copyright infringement notification, but it also says be sure to consider whether fair use, fair dealing, which is how it's worded in Canada, or a similar exception to copyright applies before you submit. These requests should be sent by the copyright owner or an agent authorized to act on the owner's behalf. Now, the one thing down here that they caution you about is, do not make false claims. Misuse of this process may result in the suspension of your account or other legal consequences. So, that's sort of where I'm pushing in that. But going back to the one email with tweets or whatever, those are a series of tweets that I sent off to Team YouTube, where I said, I'd really appreciate someone reaching out to me as soon as possible. Ken Domik is once again filing false copyright claims against videos I already countered, and thus he is both harassing my freedom of speech by suppressing it and abusing the copyright system. How is this considered acceptable? Why is no action taken against his channel for repeatedly filing notices. When you email him on the matter, he ignores the situation, so he is not attempting to resolve the matter. He just wants the channel shut down. I am going to be filing a suit against Ken Domik in the Barrie Courthouse and will be including YouTube in it for taking no actions to stop his abusive behavior or addressing the matter with me. I will be seeking whatever punitive damages the court sees fit. Enough is enough. Fair use laws are in place for a reason. Ken Domik ignores that as he cannot accept commentary or criticism made against him. He struck my channel 4 times already and filed no suit against me. This latest strike is abuse, harassment, and bullying. Hashtag ban Ken Domik. Now, I had done some more tweets to Team YouTube this afternoon, and the first one was hashtag question 1. Why is it acceptable for a larger YouTube creator to file false copyright notices to suppress a smaller channel? I spent the month of June countering 10 notices and 4 strikes. All videos were reinstated, and now @Ken Domik is doing it again. Hashtag question 2. How come Ken Domik can repeatedly do this and YouTube turns a blind eye to his egregious behavior? I set all videos to private to stop him from further damage. Links to 2 videos. And then I linked the 2 videos that he got taken down. Hashtag question 3. Will you actually do something to stop this malicious behavior? Fair use laws allow for commentary and criticism. Ken had his chance to take legal action and didn't. He knows fair use applies here, but his goal is for me to roll over and die. Hashtag stop this. So, that's basically where things stand. Ken is trying to once again suppress the channel. That's why I had to put the videos on private so that I wouldn't get 4 strikes, like I did last time. Because as we all know, if you get 3 strikes, then, you're not able to upload any new videos to the channel, and it really limits how you can reach out to your subscribers. With that being said, I'm looking at rebranding a secondary channel and trying out a new format, and it's sort of one where Ken will really not have any ability to, be this abusive, because if I don't use any footage, then there's little that he can do. So, essentially, that's where I stand at the moment. I'm waiting for YouTube to reach out to me in response to the tweets that I read off to you. I will then see if that garners anything. However, as far as the lawsuit that I'm filing against Ken, I did send off this morning the paperwork for the fees exemption. So that is on its way to Barrie to hopefully, be approved. Once that is approved and I get whatever confirmation back on that, then I can submit online, most likely, the suit that I'll be filing against Ken. However, knowing him, he's probably going to do whatever he can to not be served with the papers because, again, as we all know and see, he likes to act like a coward. He likes to run away from a situation that doesn't benefit him. As I said, for the smallest of moments, I considered not going down the legal route. As much as I wanted to, I felt that Ken was going to back off, leave my channel alone, and clearly that was not the case. So, with all actions, there are consequences, and in this case, the consequences to Ken's actions of, again, trying to suppress my channel with these ridiculous strikes is that I am now going to take him to court. And as I said all along, it is not a financial thing. I could give a crap about getting any money from Ken. That's not the reason why I'm taking him to court. The main reason, and really the only true reason, is so that it puts a stop to him doing this. Because if the court says that it is fair use, then he cannot file additional claims like this. Because if he does, he is in breach of a court order, which would then open him up to further legal action. As I've said, if anything was awarded to me, any financial aspect, and people were annoyed by it, anyone within my community, that I have respect for. I'm not talking about anyone, that acts like a white knight from Ken's side of things. I'm talking about someone within the Ken Domik commentary or criticism community, the KDCC, as I was putting it yesterday. If anyone stepped forward and said that they didn't think that I should take whatever the court decided, and that, then I would be totally fine and showing it that I would donate every last penny to some, charitable cause that is, sort of close to me and that, because, as I said, this isn't about the money. YouTube isn't a business to me like Ken sees it for him. The reason why I want to get my channel into the partnership program isn't because of the AdSense revenue that can be had. That's just a secondary thing to it. I would love to be in the partnership program because that's how you can open up the community tab features. I'd like to be able to express things that are going on with the channel that I'm not able to. And that all I can really do right now is put up videos, make some comments. I don't have the community tab, so I can't post a message just like last time, where I couldn't put up videos anymore. So I couldn't even put up a message that said, hey everybody, Ken did this, he made it so that I can't put up videos, and this is why, and it was just a very messy situation. And as I said, this video is going to be not polished whatsoever compared to my other videos. And I sort of apologize for that because I'm rambling and that, so this is sort of a raw and uncut type of video. But yeah, it's just annoying at the end of the day. That's really what it was. Yesterday, when I got on the computer for the first time and saw what was going down, it just sort of was a bummer on the day, I guess. It was annoying that Ken would stoop to that level again, that he would, just find it so amusing, I guess, that he can do this sort of thing. But, yeah, it's just... That's just Kim. That's just how he is. But, like, as you can see, you know, July the 6th, 2:15 p.m. for the two, and then before that, you know, June the 10th is, you know, when he did the last one, and then June the 7th, and June the 7th again. There was, you know, a couple others from June the 6th, I believe, was when he first did it, and that. But yeah, like I said, I'll come back from this. Ken hasn't won. He didn't win last time. He's not going to win this time. All that he's getting out of this now is, you know, going to court. He will have to show up in court, and a judge will decide what is what, and that's where things are gonna go. And but I'm also really going to push YouTube on the matter, because I think it is absolutely ridiculous that Ken still has the ability to file copyright notices. He is abusing the system, not only against my channel, but he did it against KDRC's channel. He will do it against, I'm sure, other channels that are coming up. And that, like, that's just what Ken does. He is the true definition of a copyright troll. He calls us trolls, yet he is a legitimate copyright troll. Because all he does is sits behind a keyboard and he punches in his information and sends off a copyright notice, even though he knows what fair use is. And that's why it's just going to end up biting him in the ass, because I'm going to push the fair use agenda, and I do not see why a judge would not see exactly what everyone else can see. And taking a video that he uploads and transforming it in a critical or commentary way like we do is protected under fair use. There are hundreds, probably thousands of channels across the entire platform that do the exact same thing. And Ken knows this, but because there are channels that focus on him, and he doesn't like it, and he cannot take criticism, and he cannot ignore it, he has to strike it down, and that's the only thing that he knows. But yeah, like, you know, just, I guess before I go, I can show from the analytics side of things how, you know, over here was during the entire time when everything was, you know, going down and plateauing because I couldn't put up new videos during the month of June. And then once the 29th hit, when I could put up new videos, that's when everything started jumping up. And then, then there was a day where I didn't have a new video because I'd put up a bunch the day before. And yeah, so now with all my videos hidden as of yesterday, the view counts are going back down. And but, we'll get past it. There's the page showing where I am in the process of being able to request into being monetized, or, the partnership program. Again, as I said, I don't care about the financial aspect to it. I just want to be able to have the community tools, because I see those as being important. I've tried to establish a rapport with the people that follow my my channel. That's why when I get comments, I go and I will heart or like every single one of them. And if I have something to say in response, I will respond with a comment. Like, I would say 95% of the comments I get, I respond back. I take the time out of my day to do that. I don't see Ken doing that. If you look at his videos, I think it's rare to see him comment back to anybody. And that, so, I mean, yeah, he gets more comments than that, but, you know, some of my videos and that, technically I get more comments per, you know, for my subscriber level compared to his. I'm getting more comments than he does. And that my videos tend to have a higher like to dislike percentage than his videos. You know, it is what it is. When you are likable, when you are considerate, when you appreciate the people that watch and consume your content, and you don't just treat them like, a means for you to try and get money from them or something like that, then your channel is so much better off. I don't get how it is that difficult of a concept for Ken to understand. But he just doesn't seem to get it. He just thinks about himself and his family, and everybody else is secondary. And just because he says that he appreciates people or whatever, that's not the case. But I will say that, as I said, I briefly alluded to rebranding a secondary channel, so that's what I'm going to be doing. That doesn't mean that this channel is going to die. It is not dead. It is basically just on a temporary hiatus again, unfortunately. Because I'd rather not be able to post new videos that Ken can strike than, lose the ability to post anything. So I'm pushing to get the other channel rebranded and set up, and the new format, which a few people that have heard some details on what I have planned are actually really enthusiastic and love the sound of it. So hopefully I can deliver, and that it will still give the same sort of feeling that subscribers, to the KDCC, channels come to expect as far as reaction and that. But I'm just hoping to figure out something that I can still, give reaction as well as report on things, and perhaps even pull in some outside topics that apply to Ken. Like one of the first videos or first topics that I want to focus on is the whole COVID-19 situation. As we all know, I've been very outspoken in my reactions with regards to Ken and his not adhering to, the guidelines and what was requested of us, and the fact that he constantly sits on his live streams saying that he cannot wait for the border to be reopened so that he can immediately drive down or fly into the U.S. to go to a gas station or a truck stop to make videos. Like, who thinks that way? Who says that? Like, how can you not look at the news or hear, not, like, how can he be so oblivious to what is going on in the United States. Like, it makes no sense to me. And I know that I said a few minutes ago that I was going to stop rambling on that, but as I said, I'm just very passionate with the situation and you know, with the fact that I want to continue to react, but I just can't. Like I said, as you can see, I've set all but, you know, the copyright troll ones because there's nothing there that he can nail me on. But, you know, they're all set to private besides the two that he took down. And yeah, besides a few videos where he clearly got people to come and, you know, dislike before they got tired of it. But yeah, like hell, I have one video that still has 0. I mean, I'm sure now that he knows or they see that, he'll come back and he'll do it. But like, the majority of videos are 90% or above and have, you know, like high 90s or mid 90s for the thing, besides a few where, as I said, he's clearly got people to come and yeah, so at any rate, hopefully this helps people that maybe weren't aware of what was going on and thinking that something had happened. That no, he did not get all the videos removed. I just set them to private so that he couldn't remove them all and block the channel. So at any rate, I can't give a definitive timeline on the rebrand of the other channel or when I can get it up, but just know that I have some big plans with it, and hopefully most of you will embrace what I want to try out with that. I know it's going to be different, obviously, than this, because it's not going to be taking one of his videos and sitting, you know, like, essentially just reacting, and that, which is nothing wrong with that, obviously. I have no problem with that. That format is a great format. As I said, I'm just trying to find something that cannot pull these stunts over. At any rate, everyone, I really appreciate you all for the support and the comments and just anything that you've done. And I really hope that you'll all support me with the secondary channel in subscribing to that, because I'm really going to want to really push to get that channel, you know, get the subscriber count to the 1,000 plus that I need in order to meet that portion of the monetization. The view count, I know, is going to take or the view hours, rather, is going to take a bit more time, because, you know, 4,000 hours is still a fair amount. However, it's not impossible. Over the course of roughly, a month that I've had, where I had videos up on the channel and that, maybe slightly more than that, I've nearly got to the 50% mark on that, so yeah, I think it's pretty doable, but I just know that the sooner that happens, the better. At any rate, again, I appreciate you all. I hope you'll support me in the you know, the new endeavor that I do during this downtime. I'm going to keep you all updated, obviously, with regards to the legal action, because now that is definitely underway. Now that the first set of paperwork is actually on its way to Barry, so that's good. But other than that, as I said, I'm just gonna say it again. I really do, honestly, genuinely appreciate you all. And until next time, this is KDDE out.